to Risper Faith, Mama Nyota. Let me just show you. So I posted this picture earlier on my Instagram, and nobody could believe that this is actually her. Yani, the glow up is actually real. She was supposed to be here for the intro, but she's running just a little bit late. But she's my guest tonight. Of course, she's an entrepreneur. She's so many things, reality TV star. And Yani Pale, Instagram or on social media, she's such a bombshell. And I'm just so excited to just have such great energy tonight here on the show. Well, it's going to be a great 1 hour. Let's begin with the highlights.
We must be careful to be factual, lest we become victims of the things we accuse others of doing.
Is fighting back after the Catholic bishops launched a scathing attack accusing the government of lies, empty promises and misaligned priorities. But with the growing backlash from Kenya Kwanza heavyweights, is a full-blown church versus state battle on the...
It seems that truth does not exist, and if it does, it's only what the government says.
ODM leader Raila Odinga is turning up the heat on MPs amid the escalating standoff with the Council of Governors over county fund transfers. Months of delay have left county coffers bare. Pending bills are piling up and vital services are at risk. Will the tug of war between lawmakers and governors ever end?
The National Assembly must get it very clear that revenue allocation to counties can only go up, not down, unless the intention is to kill devolution.
Pressure mounts from Azimio leader Kalonzo Musyoka and the opposition as the government rolls out its ambitious livestock vaccination plan nationwide. The opposition is firing back at the Kenya Kwanza government, accusing them of botching their response to the Catholic bishops' critique and undermining national priorities.
We reject these experiments in toto.
In a game-changing collaboration, TV47 and Radio 47 have struck a major deal to host the highly anticipated Mzuka Fest in Kisumu County. The show promises to be a star-studded affair with Kofi Olomide and Zaiko Langa Langa, two Congolese Rumba icons, joined by local sensation Prisinda for a night of unforgettable music and entertainment. Well, it's such a pleasure having you join us right here on TV47. Our sign language interpreter is Catherine Simaloy. Well, let's begin with our top stories tonight. And Azimio leader Raila Odinga has condemned members of parliament for pushing a bill that seeks to give MPs the power to determine the allocation of revenue shared within the counties. Now, Odinga accused the MPs of attempting to reduce the current share of funds allocated to counties, arguing that such a move would violate constitutional provisions. Well, he emphasized the decision on revenue allocation should remain transparent and in line with the principles outlined in the Constitution.
The National Assembly is going all out to reduce revenue allocation to counties in complete disregard of the Constitution and the recommendations of the Senate. This move is not only illegal and unconstitutional, it also sets an extremely dangerous precedent, which, if allowed to stand, will lead to a slow but steady strangulation and eventual killing of counties. Now, because MPs want to have their way with the abrogation of the Constitution and getting their pound of the flesh with regard to NGCDF, the Senate and the National Assembly are unable to agree on something the law is so clear about: sharing of the revenue between the national government and the county governments. against the provision of the laws of the land and the tradition established since the coming of the devolved units. Against the laws of the land, the National Assembly is supporting a proposal that would provide that any revenue shortfall in the country is borne by both levels of government.
Now, opposition leaders led by Wiper's Kalonzo Musyoka are fiercely opposing the government's plan to vaccinate over 22 million livestock nationwide. Now, Musyoka claims President Ruto's regime is pushing a sinister agenda that could harm Kenyan farmers and pave the way for GMO industries. In a blistering attack, opposition figures also condemned the government's alleged intimidation of the clergy after the church spoke out on abductions and killings, urging Ruto's government to focus on delivering its promises. Our political senior reporter Elizabeth Mutuku has the full details.
The Kenya Kwanza government's plan to vaccinate 22 million livestock in the year 2025 has sparked fierce opposition led by Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka. They argue that the program could harm Kenya's livestock, a vital source of livelihood for many.
We reject these experiments in toto. Let everyone know that we will resist them to the very end. We ask our fellow Kenyans to join us in opposing the proposed vaccinations which clearly hurt our animals and endanger our people.
And warns it may lead to genetic manipulation potentially affecting human health due to the country's reliance on livestock as food source. There are also concerns it could pave way for genetic modified foods in the country.
And people's health are equally important. Every Kenyan, therefore, has a responsibility to aggressively oppose this cruel goal. We ask all Kenyans to remain very vigilant. Do not allow any agent or official of the Ruto regime to come anywhere near Kenyan cattle with these vaccines.
On the same breath, the opposition has condemned President William Ruto's Kenya Kwanza administration allegedly intimidating religious leaders who have spoken against the Kenya Kwanza government. They are calling on Ruto to focus on delivering for Kenyans instead of engaging in confrontations.
Stop the abductions, stop the corruption. So name calling or trying to intimidate the bishops will not change the truth. Address the issues, stop the insolence, stop the intolerance.
Archbishop Muheria. And it is important to know that Muheria did not even lead the statement. It was led by other bishops. Kipungetish was one of them. He is not the chair of the bishops. But that profiling and saying that that was a tribal statement is a profiling that is in keeping with the Ruto regime.
They are abusing bishops. they are actually literally abusing bishops. Because if you also don't respect our spiritual fathers.
Same time, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has defended the vaccination program backed by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, saying it aims to boost immunity of both livestock and humans. Elizabeth Mutuko, TV47, Nairobi.
Tonight, President William Ruto has responded to a scathing critic from the Catholic bishops, telling them to fact-check their statements and stop misleading Kenyans. Now, the president, who spoke at the Catholic Church-owned Tangaza University, took the bishops head-on after the bishop accused his administration of dishonesty, gross human rights violations, overtaxation and failure to deliver its promises to Kenyans. And as Apollo Kamau reports, the opposition has criticized President Ruto for what they called intimidation of the Catholic Church.
President William Ruto led his administration in a blistering rebuttal against Catholic Church bishops, a day after the bishops gave a harsh critique of his administration.
Here present,
President Ruto talked tough to the Catholic clergy, ironically speaking at the Catholic-owned Tangaza University, criticizing the bishops for not fact-checking their statements that he believes can mislead the country.
And even as we engage in public discourse on matters that are important to the people of Kenya, we must be careful to be factual, lest we become victims of the things we accuse others of doing. I know you know what I mean.
In a stern and unapologetic statement to the bishops, the president went further to call for the retraining of the clergy, a statement that stands in stark contrast to the memory of a man who many believe rose to power backed by the church.
I want to ask Tangaza that, recognizing that many other faiths also believe in the Holy Catholic Church, that you also help train clergy for other churches so that our Christianity is founded on solid understanding and knowledge of the Word of God.
Joining the fray, Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka and other opposition leaders Eugene Wamalwa and Jeremiah Kioni told the president to stop intimidating the bishops for speaking the truth.
But with this regime, they have absolutely no idea what is happening. Instead, they are abusing bishops. they are actually literally abusing bishops. Because if you also don't respect our spiritual fathers, where are you going to get blessings from?
Ruto amedanganya sisi mpaka sasa ameenda kudanganya ng'ombe. Wakenya wasipochunga tutaanza kuona ng'ombe imezaliwa ikiwa na mikia miwili.
What the bishops have said is what the Gen Zs said, is what the millennials said, is what the opposition is saying, is what the international community is saying. Stop the abductions, stop the corruption. So name-calling or trying to intimidate the bishops will not change the truth.
In what appeared to be a well-coordinated and choreographed response to the bishops, Cabinet Secretaries, Kenya Kwanza allied MPs, and government spokesman Dr. Isaac Mwaura taking the cue from the president to read the Riot Act to the clergy.
Sisi tunakubali kukosolewa kwa sababu inchi lazima ikae ikiwa na watu wanatoa maoni tofauti. Lakini mimi nakuomba bishop, mkitukosoe kama mmeuliza ukweli ya ile maneno mnatukosoa.
This is the first indictment by the Catholic Church on the Ruto administration in what the church described as a culture of lies that has become normalized by the Ruto administration, laced with overtaxation, human rights violations, a health crisis occasioned by the health insurance transition, and unkept promises. Apul Kamau, TV47.
Well, to more politics, and a rift in the Jubilee party intensifies as a breakaway faction led by former MP Sabina Chege accuses Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni of running party affairs unilaterally, well, without proper consultations. Well, in a swift response, Chege also urged church leaders to avoid consuming social media rumors and misinformation. Well, the group rallied today to celebrate the Court of Appeal's ruling on November 14th, which halted Kioni's controversial National Executive meeting, citing a lack of consultation. Well, the court reaffirmed Kioni's position as a Jubilee's party secretary general. Take a look.
We are here to welcome the conservatory order issued on 14th November 2024, stopping the National Executive meeting that had been illegally called by Honorable Jeremiah Kioni today, with zero consultation of the majority of NEC members.
So when Jeremiah Kioni decides to rock the boat, and every time we ignore him, he goes out there to purport to represent members who are elected. We have 28 members of parliament, we have 5 senators, we have very many MCAs, and we have all had meetings and decided that we want to really build this party. We may have lost, but we are number 3 largest party in this Republic of Kenya. And so we would not really want ours, if we were us, would have loved peace, we just sit. And if every other member, NEC member, the elected members, the MCs don't want you, why do you want to keep insisting on a position that you go represent yourself? And that's why we said Kioni has become a one-man guitarist who sings the song, plays the guitar, and dances to his own songs without consultation, without even putting the consideration whether they are audience or people are enjoying his music or not. The church spoke yesterday. What we want to say as Jubilee, we heard you. And I would also want to really plead with the people in the government. What the church said, if there are things that are true, we need to work on them. If there are things that are not true, we need to explain or express ourselves so that then we can have an understanding. Sometimes there's a lot of propaganda going around, and I want to plead with our people, and not just the church, also Kenyans. Don't just consume every information that you find on social media, because some of this information is misleading, and you will take it and you will now judge depending on what you are having.
Now, the Secretary General for the Central Organization of Trade Unions, COTU, Francis Atwoli, has confirmed that he is part of the board members from the Social Health Authority who sent former acting CEO Elijah Wachira packing. Atwoli has also criticized the Catholic bishops over their remarks on NHIF's SHA transition. Elizabeth Atino has the details.
On this Tuesday, I'm part of those people who made changes by showing the acting CEO the way out. And as we continue putting things in line, we need the support of Kenyans. I heard our bishops, I happen to be a Catholic, complaining about it. And then the people who are having faith-based hospitals, of which SHA is now disbursing money to, their hospitals to take care of those healthy people in those areas that they are established. They should be supportive. They should not behave the way they behaved when we were putting the current constitution in place. Our bishops opposed it. They should guide the government to make sure that the Social Health Authority is fully implemented and it is servicing Kenyans.
Now, as the holiday season approaches, traffic police are sounding the alarm of a rise in road accidents with the festive season, of course, and the rush looming. Now, police are ramping up surveillance on high-risk roads, especially the notorious Nairobi-Naivasha-Maimahiu Summit Highway, which has seen a tragic spike in fatalities over the years. Key targets, of course, include drunk driving and other major causes of road carnage. Willie Daniel Sinjero has more on this critical effort to keep the roads safer.
Speaking during the launch of the during the launch of a mobile clinic to cater for emergency services donated by St. John's Ambulance at Kinongi, Naivasha, the traffic commander has strongly warned motorists against drunk driving this festive season.
The drunk drivers, those driving under the influence of alcohol. In fact, this is the period that we are going to enhance the use of alcohol block. Whenever a motorist enters his vehicle to drive, he must be aware that there will be policemen along the road to test the alcohol content.
I really urge you, do not drink and drive. Drink at your destination if you must.
Statistics listing an increase in accidents by 18% this year as opposed to last year. Road use integrity cited as a major attributor.
Most of these road traffic accidents are caused by lack of road safety awareness. I think that is what we are going to embark on mostly, so that we don't come to a stage that we react to an accident situation.
Besides government efforts in erection of road signage on these roads, vandalism and theft of speed gadgets and signage continue to frustrate efforts.
Approaching Kinungi, we installed a speed radar so that whoever is passing can check the speed. But unfortunately, the radars are not working now. One was vandalized. So we have a big challenge of vandalism.
2 weeks ago, kuna mtu ambaye alishukisha kwa Juma hapa chini. Mwendo wa saa 7 usiku.
We must take it upon ourselves to protect this road signage.
The Nairobi-Mau Summit Road tops the list in fatal accident and deaths countrywide. Kinongi and Salga spots were also noted for high risks due to the steep slopes and high traffic flows.
Pedestrians are crossing the roads at undesignated places or undesignated points and above that particular point there is a footbridge. So what we are going to do now also to enhance the traffic rules.
The season where we see a lot of incidents is beginning November, December period. Please slow down. There is no rush. Arrive alive.
Willie Dennis Njiru, TV47, Naivasha.
Yes, we should absolutely be safe on the roads during this festive season. Well, now moving on, Smirnoff, in partnership with TV47 today, held an audition for the Smirnoff Battle of the Beats competition, Nairobi region. Well, the session brought together several DJs across Nairobi, and they each got an opportunity to mix and perform for the judges. They had exciting performances with mixes involving sounds ranging from urban tone to dancehall and the classics. The best performing DJs will proceed to the live TV elimination sessions and also advance to the live battles, where fans across the nation will vote for the best. Now the Nairobi winner will join regional champions from the Coast, Lake, Mountain and Rift Valley regions to compete for the ultimate title and national recognition as Kenya's best DJ.
Number 2, DJ Lee Boy.
Lee Boy.
Carl Drago. The DJ. City. Rubo Entertainment. DJ Fun Kid. DJ
Dice Day.
Seville Esco. DJ Oliviera. Finally, DJ Classic. Congratulations.
Kama mimi hapa niko na watu wawili hapa wamekaa chini, walikuwa watu wangu lakini hawaja qualify. Naoneshana marks zao zitafika kwa majaji wengine. Unajua kila judge by the way wadanganya, kila judge alikuwa na score zake different. Sasa tukishapata nini tuna average. So for you guys, I want to tell you, you're still professional DJs, you're still the best, you're still the man.
Of course, wishing the best DJ, of course, to win in that competition, Battle of the Beats. All right, now moving on, the Institute of Public Accountants has raised alarm for poor use and management of public funds in counties and a staggered adoption of the zero-fault audit in county executives. Among the issues raised by the Institute is irregular and unsupported payments and pending bills, that is the running the devolved units into financial ruin. Well, ISPAC Chair Philip Kaikai says county internal audit committees remain the weakest link in protecting public funds in counties, which is already scarce and poorly managed. Now, the county executives have now been encouraged to shift focus on their own revenue generation to spur development.
Despite 44 of the 47 county treasuries being headed by ISPAC certified accountants, poor fiscal management and other prevailing irregularities are leading the devolved units to imminent financial ruin. And while the national government had enforced the use of the accrual accounting method to replace cash accounting, it has been poor, with the Institute of Certified Public Accountants projecting full adoption in the next 3 years or so.
We must support counties in improving their financial reporting, auditing, and governance structures.
Really, the issue of the accrual basis of accounting, which would be able to really resolve most of those issues, especially those touching on the pending bills, and even on irregular and unsupported payments.
ISPAC also blared the alarm on an inadequate internal system and unsupported transactions, irregular unsupported payments, irregular financial reporting, unsupported balances, and a high turnover of key personnel.
And the Auditor General has always asked herself loudly how we have unsupported transactions, yet from planning we knew a transaction is going to happen, there's someone who processed the transaction, then thereafter we find that the same is unsupported, even after 1 year. Because
internal audit committees have also been put on the spotlight for the prevailing irregular and unsupported payments and a high wage bill to unauthorized personnel.
This review reports of county government's accountability are very important in ensuring that resources are used effectively to foster socio-economic development, improve service delivery, and enhance citizens' livelihoods.
The main solution now for counties remains own source revenue provisions as disbursement from the national government continues to thin out. Hibak Said for TV 47.
Now, Cape Media, in partnership with Cooperative Bank, are on a campus wave tour in Nairobi County at the Multimedia University, aiming to urge youth from the age of 18 to 35 to create a financially wise future by registering a Coop Bank Year account. Anastasia Mukabi was there and shares what she saw.
Cape Media, in collaboration with Cooperative Bank, are on a campus wave tour at Multimedia University, Nairobi County, to not only entertain these youths, but also mentor them financially in these booths. This movement aims to enlighten youths on transforming their passion into business by creating an account on Year Up.
Once you open an account, what's inside there? One, you get your account, you get a wallet. You'll be able to see your virtual cards, you'll be able to see your bank statement, you'll be able to send money.
And as these youths are having a great time, a number of students who registered on Year Up were eager to benefit from it.
Nimefungua tu virahisi, registration ilikuwa rahisi mbio. Unaenda kwa naweza kupiga transactions zangu, alafu iko na transaction cost kiasi. Itanisaidia kiasi kulipa fees, kulipa vitu zingine tu kwa nje.
Entrepreneurs who were present commended this app since more youths will acquire financial literacy skills.
Right over here, and today we were at MMU just to teach and show our fellow young men over here how to turn their passion for fashion into business.
This movement will help combat the unemployment crisis in the country and build a financial secure future for the youths through a year account that provides entrepreneurship webinars.
We've been to Mombasa, Kisumu, Nairobi, Central, Chuka, name it. Guys have opened accounts. Young people have joined the movement. What are you waiting for?
Anastasia Mukabi, TV 47.
That always looks like so much fun. Now, let me tell you something. TV 47 and Radio 47 have this amazing festival that is actually coming up in Kisumu. Guess who? Tumeleta Kofi Olomide is going to be happening on the 14th of December. And I'm telling you, it's going to be fun times. Just take a look at this. It's going to be an amazing, amazing time. Prince Indapia wetu akwapo ndani, but of course, the star, of course, of the day, of course, Kofi Olomide is going to be performing. There you go, you're just seeing the preparations, and of course, there's Prince Inda, there's Langa Langa. Look at those people they're already enjoying themselves, and it's like a month to go. But you know what? You need to book your tickets because it's going to be a fantastic festival. I will be there for sure. Lazima nikuwe hapo, of course, to enjoy some rumba. So make sure you get your tickets for this amazing Mzuka Fest, sponsored by Cape Media.
This artist will set the stage alight, creating memories that I believe will last long. His performance, slated for 14th December 2024 at the Jomo Kenyatta International Stadium Mamboleo. This festival is not just about entertainment, it is an expression of the county government of Kisumu's vision to uplift Kisumu's profile on the global stage through initiatives like Mzuka Fest, and I'm also wearing the Mzuka Vest. We strive to position our region as a destination of choice for music, culture, and entertainment. These efforts are part of a broader Kisumu My Pride.
Most of the talent from influencers, we're making sure that we're involving influencers from Kisumu, the artists are from Kisumu, the vendors are from Kisumu, and even more so, we're making sure that even the likes of watu wa biscuit, watu wa kuuza ice cream, watu wa kuuza handkerchiefs, kwa sababu huwezi sikiza muziki ya Kofi bila handkerchief, sababu lazima ifanye hivi kwa hewa.
Tunaleta mwanamuziki mashuhuri ambaye anaitwa Kofi Olomide ambaye hajakuwa nchini Kenya kwa muda mrefu sana.
Sasa anakuja Kenya na anakuja Kisumu, mjini Kisumu.
Well, like I've mentioned, mintakuwa hapo, so make sure you grab your tickets. It's going to be happening in Kisumu. As you've seen, Ofwene Keteri anachocha sana, but it's going to be fun times. Of course, the festive season is now with us. How about we start with this amazing Mzuka Fest that's going to be happening in Kisumu on the 14th of December. Kwa hivyo, grab your tickets for yourself, for anybody, your partner, the ule unapenda kudance nae. So make sure tupatane hapo. Kofi Olomide is going to be headlining, but like I mentioned, we also have the amazing Prince Inda, our very own. Na unajua Prince Inda ni mkali pia. Kwa hivyo, grab your tickets and make sure tupatane Mzuka Fest on the 14th of December in Kisumu City. All right, let's now take a look at sports.
Sports news brought to you by Maybet. Join Maybet leo upate free bet papo hapo. Fanya hivi, chagua home team to win, yani number 1 au draw X au away team 2 kwa game ya siku ya free bet. Weka namba yako ya simu, weka password ya account yako. Chagua submit free bet. Utapata free bet kwa account yako ya Maybet. Usisahau
vile unavyojua watoto wengi sana hawana namna. Mimi ningependelea watoto wasome.
I'm here to stress on education. At the same time, let us actually do any kind of sport that we are doing. Sport speaks the best language to everybody.
Tunataka tutafute talents. Zile raw talents kutoka kule nyumbani mashinani mahali tuko leo.
Hizi mbio za Chepsaita, like all other sports, zinaleta watu pamoja.
We want to use this event to uplift the lives of the community.
Anafurahia hii mchezo sana. Hata sikaange naambianga watu tuende Chepsaita.
Wanafunzi wakimbie ili wakuze talanta ya mbio ama kuhimiza tena elimu.
This is the place to be. Hapa ndipo mahali wanastahili kuwa tarehe 7. Wale watoto walikimbia last year, wamekimbia mpaka wamefuka mipaka zetu za Kenya.
All right, moving on, the Football Kenya Federation county elections are far from over after the exercise was partially conducted yesterday across the country. Rescheduled elections are expected to take place this weekend in Turkana and Mandera counties. Tony Kwalanda has the latest updates.
The FKF Electoral Board had planned to conclude the exercise on Thursday, but were forced to engage Plan B. Nyandarua and Vihiga counties will hold repeat elections following ties in key positions. Homa Bay, Turkana and Mandera counties, where the exercise was postponed, are expected to conduct the election starting this weekend.
I'm postponing election from now up to Saturday, 9 a.m. We want to be furnished with clear information exactly which documents are missing.
Meanwhile, Eugene Okello Omudek became the youngest chairman to be elected in Busia County at the age of 29.
My main dream is when we are having next elections, at least we have maybe 60 teams and we have a team voting at the national level.
It is time to work and it is time to deliver. We have done it before, we will do it again.
In Trans Nzoia County, Isaac Munene clinched the chairman's position.
But the first thing that we are going to do is to call for a stakeholders meeting because our league has to go back. Right now we don't even have a league.
I'll focus mostly to ensure that we have more teams coming on board to work and develop the grassroots football for women.
The FKF presidential election is planned for the 7th of December in Nairobi. Tony Kwalanda, TV47 Sport.
Sports news brought to you by Maybet. Join Maybet leo upate free bet papo hapo. Fanya hivi, chagua home team to win, yani number 1 au draw X au away team 2 kwa game ya siku ya free bet. Weka namba yako ya simu, weka password ya account yako. Chagua submit free bet. Utapata free bet kwa account yako ya Maybet. Usisahau kuverify account yako. Kama hutakuwa verified, utapoteza free bet yako after 2 days. Betting is strictly for 18 years and over. Play responsibly. Terms and conditions apply. BCLB number 000578.
Maybet na minia na najishindia. Pesa inavutia, pesa inavutia.
You know, that song, is just the start of the weekend. Honestly, I think it's the first song I'll play when we finish the show. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for me to welcome the amazing Risper Faith. Lady Risper, hey. Sijini kuondoke?
I've come to take over your show.
My goodness, you looking so lovely.
Thank you so much.
Kumbe ni kweli kumbe Instagram aidanganyi. You look so lovely. Ona kiatu.
Nimejaribu kuva decent, official.
Ini decent sasa.
Nimetry. Funika.
Lakini sasa shida sisi nianzia hapa, siji my director Nick, siji hapa.
Sikupenda kwangu ni zinapandisha.
All right, so it's so nice to have you. Lakini nakumbuka vile I've posted the picture, the TBT.
Yeah.
Me, I can't believe that person is the same person. So tupeleke break, alafu we'll come back and check out those pictures and have a lovely conversation with her.
We'll see you guys after the break. Mwah.
Vile unavyojua watoto wengi sana hawana namna. Mimi ningependelea watoto wasome.
I'm here to stress on education. At the same time, let us actually do any kind of sport that we are doing. Sport speaks the best language to everybody.
Tunataka tutafute talents. Zile raw talents kutoka kule nyumbani mashinani mahali tuko leo.
Hizi mbio za Chepsaita, like all other sports, zinaleta watu pamoja.
We want to use this event to uplift the lives of the community.
Anafurahia hii mchezo sana. Hata sikaange naambianga watu tuende Chepsaita.
Wanafunzi wakimbie ili wakuze talanta ya mbio ama kuhimiza tena elimu.
This is the place to be. Hapa ndipo mahali wanastahili kuwa tarehe 7. Wale watoto walikimbia last year, wamekimbia mpaka wamefuka mipaka zetu za Kenya.
Hey there friends, welcome to Kids on the Block, where fun and imagination come alive. We dive into magical world filled with exciting adventures and awesome friends.
What position were you in?
I was number 2.
What position were you?
Number 1.
He decided to cross the bridge by his house and look for food on the other side.
We're going to do half cup of chocolate chips, and the other one, we're going to do half cup of the blueberries.
So, grab your imagination hats and get ready to explore with us. Join us every Saturday at 9 a.m. for new friends, amazing stories, and tons of laughter.
Join us as we explore the journeys of those who defy the odds and break barriers. We dive deep into the stories of triumph.
Sometimes when parenting a child with a special need or whatever disability, family life becomes a bit complicated and you may end up raising the child on your own.
Here, We inspire.
I have a farm which one we showcase with other dyslexic youths and autism, how to farm.
Motivate.
It's never easy, but what we do, the best thing is to work with another parent who has an elder child than yours.
And break through the barriers one story at a time. Push your boundaries beyond the limit. Saturdays at 8 p.m. The Grind, where business meets brilliance. It's not just about the ideas.
I was working as a shampoo boy. I used to wash clients' hair on the sink.
It's about making them happen. From big wins.
In primary school, when we would be asked what people want to be, I was categorical that I want to be a nurse.
To hard lessons.
The consoles change, the gaming equipment keep changing.
We cover it all. Tune in to The Grind, where every episode is packed with insights.
The person who is serving customers, always be a customer-centric.
Strategies.
When you pay attention to detail, you get luxury items.
And stories to fuel your ambition. Don't just dream it, grind it. Mondays at 7:30 p.m.
Jiunge nasi tunapoangazia safari za viongozi bora. Kutoka kwa ushindi mkubwa hadi masomo magumu.
And welcome back to this Friday with me, Betsy, right here on TV47. Well, things are about to get hot in here. Like I mentioned, we have Lady Risper. It's so nice to see you.
Nice to see
you.
I
am so happy vile unakaa uko online, utudanganyi. Iko hivyo. Meno nini? Tutaongea juu hizo vitu vingine. Lakini mimi nataka uniambie hizi picha, huyu ni wewe kweli? How do you come from looking like this? Nick, please play for us those pictures. Tuone Maliani before Neno. Wait. How is this the same person? Kwanza ndio nilichekesha. Nakwambia.
That's me.
Huko ilikuwa where was this?
Niko natoa kuku maganda. Hapa hivi ni Eldoret kwa Landi.
Ati kwa wapi?
Landi as in zile rentals za chini. Hapa ni home.
Manzi hapo unakaa ni mtoto mzuri.
Hapa MKU Eldoret, I was doing my diploma.
Hapa ukaanza sasa kunini? Cheki paka.
Hapa nimetoka swimming.
Manzi, hizi picha, you know, I saw these pictures and I was just laughing. Lakini tukiwa on the break, she's told me that kuna moja una hope, sikuweka.
Thank God, sijaiona hapo.
Ulikuwa utaki niweke nani?
Nika boyfriend kangu ka kitambo, anaweza niharibia.
But vitu za kitambo ni za kitambo. But so tell me a little bit about, you know, your growing up. Ulizaliwa uko Ushago, like where did you live most of your childhood part?
Mimi ni villager. Mimi nimetoka kwa village. I was born in Webuye. I went to school in Lugulu and Kaimosi Girls. Nimeingia Nairobi juzi to 2011.
Juzi.
Yeah, na nimekuja nimewashinda wa Nairobi.
Umeweza kila mtu kushinda
wale watu mgeni huku. Mpaka nimejenga Nairobi yenyewe.
2011.
Yeah. That's when I came to Nairobi.
So ulikuja kufanya nini Nairobi?
I was in Mount Kenya Thika, so I transferred to Mount Kenya University. Sorry, in Eldoret nika transfer to Thika. Lakini nikakuja
Mount Kenya University ni yetu pia.
Oh yeah.
Dosi.
Hapa kinagashagwa. So nikakuja MKU Thika. kutoka Thika nikaanza kusonga tu hapo hivyo Kasarani, nikasonga Kiambu, nikasonga Kilimani mpaka saizi niko suburbs.
Uko Runda sasa.
Si Runda, Kitusuru babe.
Kitusuru sawa, blimey. How was that? So thanks for correcting me. Lakini how was that transition? Umetoka sasa Ushago, umekam Nairobi. Nini likushtua the first thing?
Me always mind yangu iko open. Why nataka bigger things. Nilikuwa Eldoret nikaona hii town ni ndogo. Nishaimaliza. Nataka kwenda Nairobi.
Huko Eldoret kuna tesa?
Nilikuwa na tesa. Nilikuwa na tesa. Simajua tu mwili imekuwa, hata kasura iko.
Hii mwili tutaongelea so kuja Nairobi, what shocked you about, you know, just the life iko huku Nairobi?
Nilianzia Thika maisha si
uko sawa.
So nothing really shocked me because I was ready. My mind was really ready for big town. Hata sasa ina feel kama Nairobi shani congest.
Unataka kwenda places zingine. And where did you start your success? Of course, you started as a socialite. I don't know, do you also see yourself right now as a socialite?
No. Kwanza we socialite ni nini?
Mimi sina socialite ni wase.
Mingi,
Kila mtu kama ukiwa tu famous unitanga tu socialite. So ulipanga like you used to be on Nairobi Diaries.
Even before that, Nairobi Diaries ni juzi. Even before that, my friend introduced me to Buo Art. We went there, we take photos, and then he told me, I think you're fit for a Pulse magazine cover photo. So vile nilioko kwa Pulse magazine, hapo ndo nika blow up. Unajua the whole of Kenya, kila mtu ako na hiyo gazeti every Friday. Yeah, so that's where people started knowing.
Why did they blow up? Kwani hiyo picha ilikuwa inakaje ya cover photo?
Si matako ilikuwa imetokea huko chini vizuri.
Sisi kama watoto wamelala wallahi. Oh my goodness.
Figa ndo iliwamaliza.
How was that for you, you know, starting to get the attention at that time?
Napenda. Me, I love to get that attention. So nilipenda tu.
Any opportunities likuja from that?
Yeah. Club hosting. Nimehost. Hata sasa yuki nipatie hiyo job ya.
Hata sasa unakaa ni kwenda kuhost.
No. I don't host anymore. Yeah.
Why did you stop?
I stopped cause in the clubs, men sexualize you a lot. Wanataka kwenda kulala na wanataka kukutumia vibaya. So niliona, alafu mimi naropoa. Sasa utapea kila mtu.
Oh my gosh, Risper. I was not ready. Lakini even right now, like, I mean, if you look at your social, even right now, people also still look at you in that way, in a sexual way, right?
Yeah, but right now, I'm a wife and I'm a mother. So, your title ya kuwa wife, watu wanai-respect sana.
And when did you get the biggest break? Sasa ile sasa ukaanza kujenga, is it, you know, business? Was it?
No, biggest breaks ni kukutana na baba wa pesa. Hapo ndo maisha ilibadilika hivi.
That is now your husband, Brian.
Yeah. So we met, we started dating.
And he didn't have a problem like unaji-expose everywhere?
No,
like,
he's open-minded and he's always wanted to support whatever I do as long as si piti mipaka. Unaelewa? Yeah, so he's been there for me. Amekuwa anani-encourage and support. He always tell me you're a diamond in a crush. So me, I'm just polishing the diamond. Yeah.
Where did you guys meet?
Instagram.
What?
Hey, wababa wakikuandikia kwa Instagram, babe, usiache ifike hivyo. Alini DM. Kwanza ilikuwa around the time. That's why ukiona sasa kwa social media naongelea sana masamabani. Hao ndo mababas.
Kwani alikuwa masamabani?
No, si anaishi, alikuwa anakaa US. So akaniandikia, I'm coming to visit Kenya December. Can I take you out for coffee? Nikasema, okay, let's go.
Alafu?
Na ndo hivyo. Sasa siku ya kumeet, babe, imagine nilikuwa naenda kufanya mtihani Mount Kenya. Sikuenda kufanya mtihani. Nika hire masekete. Yani ile gari mbaya. Unroadworthy vehicle. Nikaenda nikamchukua penyako. So vile alifika hivi akaniuliza, okay, is that your car? Nikamwambia yeah.
Kwa hivyo ilikuwa gari yako, uliomba gari ya msee?
Niliomba.
Ile imechapa.
Ya taxi. Taxi man alikuwa best yangu ndiye alikuwa ananipeleka around. Akaniambia, I'm sorry, I can't enter that car. So let me call the driver. Hakuwa anajua Nairobi vizuri. Kama Mercedes-Benz kakakuja hapo ndani unapigwa na AC. Niliingia kwa hiyo gari nikiambia Mungu siachi huyu. Simwachi. Huyu ndo wangu, huyu ndo nakaa naye.
Wewe unaenda hiyo gari intentionally?
Hapana. Mambo tu ya Mungu.
Wewe unakaa ule nayo intentionally?
Hapana. Mambo tu ya Mungu. So ndo tukaenda kwangu hapo
that time. So alipatia hiyo gari hiyo Mercedes?
No, hapana. Bado hajanijua.
Wewe ndo unapeleka vitu haraka. So how did it now progress into like a marriage and now even having a son?
Okay, so me, my mom alinifunza, when you meet a man and you think they're serious, you ask them, what do you want from me? So I keep on asking him, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? Then he told me him is looking for a wife and a marriage. Na nataka watoto. Amefika hiyo age anataka kusettle. Sasa nikakaa chini nikajiuliza, mimi mwenye niko hivi kwa social media, kwa nini kila pahali, huyo anaweza niweka kweli nikae nitulie. Then nikamwambia, okay, so do you think I'm the right woman for you? Akasema, yes, I think you are. But akaenda US, so but alirudi tena. Then we became serious. He moved all his stuff to Kenya. And
Ulifanya move?
Yeah. Umejua nilimpea na day one.
Day one ulimpenda?
Nilimpea na day one.
We acha. Oh my. Watoto wajalala. Day one hapo ulijaribu.
Hiyo siku ya masekete, nilipiga kazi.
Well, I don't even know. Okay, sawa. Skiza. Hebu tufuata maswali. So now, had he seen like you on social media and everything that you're doing? Did he ever ask you like, okay, are you gonna stop doing this when I marry you?
Yeah, at some point alikuwa nataka ni stop. Akanitafutia career, sijui kuwa agent, kuuza manyumba nini. Hiyo ilikuwa inanibamba. Hii ndo mimi nataka. Unaona? But sasa akani direct into the right direction. Yeah, so tukakuwa serious, then tukaingia ile show ya Risper. Then one day when we were doing the reunion, he proposed to me. We went home, akatoa mahari, kwanza alitoa yote. Unaona vile nyinyi mnapelekwanga mahari nusu.
Acha nani maana unasema
next year sijui kidogo. Yeye alipeleka yote.
Wakale ka kitabu.
Wana
32 pages.
Yeye alilipa yote. Then we came, we did our wedding.
Alipa how much?
That time alitishwa 3.2.
Na kalipa yote at once?
Cash.
Msa alikuwa amededi.
Alikuwa amenipenda sana. Ananipenda bado. Yeah, so after that we started building our home. So now the rest is history.
Wow. Okay, when you look at your life right now, being a wife, a mom, an entrepreneur, congratulations on your new spa.
Thank you.
Like, did you ever think that they would ever happen to you when uko ushago?
Umejua si ati nimetoka ushago, mimi ni mtoto wa maskini, you know. My father was a professor, my mom is a manager at NCPB. Tukua na good life. So me I always see myself bigger. Yani mimi huona tu vitu nzuri tu. Hata nikilala naota naona ma mansion, naona magari, naona ma champagne, naona ma trips. Hizo ndio mimi naona. Mimi sipendi poverty kwa akili yangu. Yeah, sipendi. So hizo tu ndio vitu mimi huwa naona na zina happen.
Na nikuulize, now that you brought up your parents, when they look at, do they follow you on social media? Because my mom follows me on social media. Zingine una block mom pole. So what happens, like, do they have an opinion about the person you are?
My mom is my #1 fan. She supports me just the way my husband does. My dad was a professor. He passed on last year, November. God rest his soul. We're actually celebrating his 1-year anniversary on Monday. Yeah, so they always support me. Hawananga shida. Na mimi nilisema kama mzazi ana shida. Hakuna mtu yuko nje ataniambia anything.
By the way, how do you deal with, watu kuambia, oh, you're doing too much, or a mother, netizens wanakuanga na that pressure, opinion.
Maybe kwa social media, but si penya tunaishi. Si tunaishi na wazungu, watu wa majudi. Hawajui hizi mavitu. I go to shop at Westgate, nobody stops me, unajua. So wasi meet na watu.
Risper, I wasn't sure. So we don't meet with all these people.
No.
So now let's talk about the other thing, your body. First of all, why did you decide to... Okay, so what have you done to your body? Of course, I can see meno. It's got white. So at what point did you decide to change a lot about your body? And what did you change?
After I gave birth, nikanona nikakuwa mkubwa, nika lose shape. So I told my husband I need to do something about my body. So I did liposuction. Nikuwa mkubwa. I was very big. Sija kuonesha very big. I was 125 kgs. Ilikuwa, I was very bad. So akaniambia, let's try and do bariatric surgery. Nikafanya gastric sleeve last year. I lost 42 kilos. And then sasa fenye umesha lose weight, unapata uko na hanging skin nini. So akaniambia, let's go fix it. Tumejua sasa kama pesa iko, you just fix.
So akafanya all those procedures.
Yeah.
And there's no point that you felt like maybe it's not safe, especially with the story that we saw the other day. Like, you were just going for it. You wanted to change your body and you did not care about maybe the safety concerns or anything.
Niliomba tu Mungu na ikakuwa sawa.
So is there anything else you want to change?
Yeah, I was thinking of doing my boobs, but nimeona acha nizae kwanza, alafu nikifika 40 maybe ndo nifanye.
So you want to get another baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Risper, and at what point do you stop? Like right now you look really fantastic. Mbona uendelee kuongeza? Unaongezea nani? You're married, you're living a good life.
When you start cosmetic surgeries, you get addicted. You always want to fix something. So ni addiction.
All right, so as we wind up, tell me, I want to talk to the, you know, you have so many fans. Vile nilisema unakuja show, you know, Facebook comments, Instagram, everything was blowing up. First of all, what do you think they love about you?
They love my realness, my
authenticity.
Hiyo basi. Mimi I say it as it is. Ukikuja hapa unanuka mdomo nitakwambia Betty tunde to brush meno. Yaani unaona hivyo.
Au fichi.
Si fichi, mimi niko real. Wanaonesha watu my life the way it is. How vile nime from the ground up. I show them I'm always real. That's why people love about it.
And for, you know, for girls who are looking at you, siku hizi kuna pressure, especially social media, unaangalia unapata Risper amefanya liposuction, amefanya veneers, looking different. Like what would you tell just an innocent girl who, you know, needs also to have high self-esteem, feel beautiful about themselves and not feel like they're really pressurized to do certain things, to be someone like you?
Tafuta tu bwana wa pesa. Yeah, pesa yako itatosha hizo vitu zote. So tafuta bwana pesa.
Okay. Another angle. Unasema watu wasijipende watafute pesa. Hapana. No way. No, but you see, like the young girls who are looking up to you, they follow you. You have almost 500,000 followers. What would you want to, you know, to impart on them?
So, if you have a passion, don't give up on your passion. For me, nilikuwa najua I'm good at marketing. Nimetry all angles, but right now, nikapata hiyo niche. Unaelewa? So, whatever you do, keep on pushing. Do not stop. Be consistent. Mimi kila siku asubuhi naamka na post. Hiyo consistency ndo inaniletea jobs na ndo watu inafanya na blow up, right? So, if you're doing something right now, stay consistent. Stay consistent.
Hiyo ndo nilikuwa nataka. Si ingine ya baba.
Na pia baba ni muhimu.
Okay, look for a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, money is also money is everything to you.
A good person, yes, lakini pia pesa ni muhimu.
Pesa ni muhimu. We, Risper umenishtua leo. Hata sijui, yani ni sawa. You know what, guys? We still have Risper here, but you know what? I want us to cross over to Kisii County for Willis Ocheng. Where, I don't know, I'm having 100 words per minute from the conversation with Risper, but of course she's such good energy. Willis, umesikia hiyo maneno yote? We, nakwambia maneno huku ni moto moto Nairobi.
Hey, Betty.
That's
that lady, that lady is tough, and she says it as it is. One thing that I've loved so much about her is that word that she has for her followers and especially the youth.
Yes.
When she says, if you have a passion, never give up.
Absolutely.
Just give your best or do your best about it and don't give up. I really loved that part.
Thank you so much, Willis. She's still here with us. I'm sure she appreciates you, Willis. So, Willis, I want us to start on our words tonight. And the first one is very hard, but I'll try. Let me just, you know, spell it out. It's INTELLIGENTSIA. Where intelligentsia. Willis, how do we go about that one in particular?
Well, Betty, in that word, the T is pronounced. Many people innocently think that that T is silent. And we're talking about those people who are educated and they have some interest in politics, culture, literature, and all that. But now you say intelligentsia. That final or the terminal part, you say sia. So you say intelligentsia, not intelligentsia, and not intelligentsia.
Okay, Willis, got you. That's the first one. Actually, this is the first time I'm hearing that word in my life. Thank you for the education, Willis. Okay, so moving on to this other one. Now, this one has very complicated, wordings or the letters. So it's A-M-A-T-E-U-R. Amateur? Amateur, how do we go about that one, Willis?
Oh, Betty, there are two ways to pronounce that word in standard English. You can say amateur,
yes,
with the stress at the onset or the first syllable if you like. So you can say amateur, but you can also say amateur.
Oh, okay, that's a surprise. Amateur.
Yes.
Okay, I think nikitaka kushtua watu huko nje kwa streets, I'll be saying amateur because they're used to amateur.
Utashtua watu wapi huko Betty? Utashtua watu duniani.
Huko tu streets.
Language is for communication. Si kushtua watu Betty.
Okay, sawa. Okay, Willis, I hear you. Okay,
yes,
moving on to this other one. So, do we say, so it's R-E-C-O-U-P. Is it to recoup, I mean, that's the only pronunciation I would say. Is it the one?
Betty, recoup, recoup, the way you said it. Now, the problem is, there are those people who mistake that you can say recoup because we have that word coup, like coup d'etat. So, when they see C-O-U-P, that letter sequence in this word, they also get confused. And then they say recoup, which is inaccurate. You say recoup. The P is pronounced.
Okay. Willis, before I hand it over to you, there's this word that was on the news tonight on my script. Is it scathing attack or scathing attack? Ilini confused kidogo when I was, doing the news parts of the show.
Betty, I have to repeat this usual emphasis from Willis, that is myself. Nobody in this world can be perfect and nobody can know everything in a language, not even your first language. You can't know everything, Betty, and nobody else on earth can know everything. Now, that word, the A in that word takes its name as the sound, that is A. So you say skay, skay. Then you combine it with ding, a scathing attack. Not scathing, not scathing.
Okay.
Scathing.
Okay. Let me not say if I said it right or wrong. We are past that, but I know next time if I see it, I'll pronounce it the right way. All right, Willis, I hand it over to you to talk to us about the words that you have from ex-fans. I saw a lot of them, on your wall. Talk to us about what they're asking tonight.
Cool. Let's start with at Josh_Gatey. You say poignant. Poignant, not poignant that we commonly hear around us. Poignant is the pronunciation that is acceptable. Then we have at Oduor Omondi, you say silhouette, not silhouette. Silhouette. It's a long word, but there are those silent ones, so I know it's hard to tickle you, Betty, because some words are too long, but with letters which are phonetically insignificant, if I may talk now linguistically. So some words like now slaughterhouse, you see so many letters, but they are letters which are not significant in English. I am talking about what we call the English orthography and phonology, Betty. So you say silhouette. And Osoro Baraka. Osoro Baraka, you also wanted silhouette. Then we have Ann Nyarinda, you say creature. Betty, how many people do you hear saying creature? Or when we were in school? Creature, for that word. You have so many people using it, Betty. Am I wrong on that?
Sorry, Willis, I didn't get that.
Many people say, don't worry. There are people who say creature instead of creature. That creature. Many people innocently say that. But Betty, this word is creature, just like feature, not feature. Now, the next one, you say Wednesday. Wednesday. Wednesday, no. We don't say Wednesday. So Basil Oseso and Ann Nyarinda, keep it up because you got it right. Now we have Tom Smith. Tom Smith, we say legend. Legend. Not legend and not legend. The legend. And then you can say legendary. Now, we have Victor Maoya. Pneumonia. Pneumonia. Not pneumonia. Betty, you must have heard people saying meningitis.
Yes.
Have you heard that?
Yes.
meningitis.
Yes.
But imagine we don't have such a word in English.
Really?
What we have is meningitis.
Oh.
Not meningitis. That I know is a surprise to many people.
That's a surprise to me too.
So, sure. We say meningitis and we say pneumonia, not pneumonia. Pneumonia, you can use it in Kiswahili. Then we have entrepreneur or entrepreneur, not entrepreneur. Betty,
even
you know about that word?
Unasikia Risper ni entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur, and you also say entrepreneur. But remember, in American English, you can also say entrepreneur. But what we should avoid in standard English is entrepreneur, which is very common locally.
All
We
right.
have at Ken Sungu, you say canol. Then your next word is tricky. You can say quinoa or quinoa. Quinoa is in Spanish, but in British English, you say quinoa. That word is very tricky, our brother Ken Sungu. Then we have Titus Bravo, myriad, not myriad. Natasha Ali of Kisi, misogynist, not misogynist. Ginist, no. You say misogynist. Amir Swale, you say Jews for Wayahudi. Jews, not Jews. And when you have that drink, avoid saying Jews and don't say Jewish. You say Jews. Damaklin Simiyu, yacht and yachting, not yacht. Yacht. Kamau Wagashau, phoenix. Don't say phonics and don't say phonics. You say phoenix. Mata Ubungu, potato crisps. Potato crisps, not potato crisps. Crisps, no. Potato, no. Betty, have you had something like that?
Yeah, I normally say potato. Potatoes crisps.
You say
So it's
potato, and the next one is crisps, not crisps.
Okay.
Then lastly, Zainabu Ahmed of Eastleigh, not Eastleigh. Eastleigh in English. Eastleigh. Eastleigh, Betty, that is the way to go. Eastleigh in Nairobi, you say communique, not communique. It's communique.
Okay.
To issue a communique. That is the way to go. Otherwise, Betty, for testing the tongue, we have this word. Can you try it?
Connoisseur.
You are close to getting it. You say connoisseur. Connoisseur. It's from French, but in English, you say connoisseur. We are talking about an expert on matters to do with judging beauty, skills, quality, and all that. A connoisseur. There you go. Now, our surprise word for tonight, a very common word, but most people mispronounce it innocently because of that lack of guidance, which we provide on this show. Betty, this word, we have supreme. You can also say supreme. But when you come to this one, you don't say supremacy. Remacy, no. Remacy.
What?
Supremacy or supremacy. Get it right, Betty.
Yes.
Remacy and not remacy.
Oh, wow.
Supremacy, supremacy, but not supremacy that we commonly hear, and we innocently use it sometimes very confidently. But it happens. It happens, Betty.
Very confidently you say, okay, I think...
Otherwise, we confidently use it. We confidently say supremacy, sometimes with a lot of punch, and especially when we go for maybe an important function, a political rally or whatever.
Yes.
Supremacy, but it's not that. It's supremacy or supremacy. We are learning because nobody is perfect.
Indeed, we list.
Otherwise, for those who want to send in words, just use this X handle throughout the week. Once I get your word, I'll handle it when it comes to Friday night, and that is on this show. So when you use it, that is at Willis Ochieng 1, even tonight, I'll get it. And you'll listen to the guidance next Friday. Otherwise, you can also send it to at TV47 News, and you can also use at Betty M. Kielo.
Right.
Now, one and the only Betty Kielo, I take it back to you in Nairobi.
Oh, thank you, Willis, the one and only Willis Ocheng. Thank you so much, Willis. Always a pleasure having you on the show, and I'm looking forward to next week's lesson. But tonight, I think you're the only person who knew how to pronounce supremacy. Supremacy.
Supremacy. Not supremacy.
Thank you so much,
Yes.
Willis, for that.
Thank you, Betty, and I'll also be ready for it.
All right, Willis. So Willis Ocheng, they're joining us live and direct from Kisii County. Wewe umesikia hizo words? Usiende huko kuongea kizungu cha maana entrepreneur.
Supremacy. Kwanza zile viatu.
Oh my goodness. Guys, it has been such a pleasure having the one and only Risper Faith. Man, you look so good. We just turn around, we see the dress and everything. Wait, hey, bro. Don't sit to find trend is over. It's all like construction and all those things. But you're looking great. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
And leave them with something. Wanna watch?
My fans, thank you so much for always supporting me. Stay consistent, like I said. Naweza sema social media handles. You can follow me on Instagram at Lady Risper. You can also follow me on TikTok, Risper Faith 2024. Alafu niko na ka YouTube hapo Risper's World.
I love that. Hey, who unaweza tu anitoa job? Hebu tumalize. Even though her mannerisms are like, please, join us. It was a good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's your girl, Risper.
My goodness. All right. So thank you so much, guys.
Tunaweza co-host.
Tunaweza kuwa moto kama pasi. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. See you again next Friday, God willing. And keep it TV47. And you know what? It's time to dance on Tribe 47. So don't go away. Shiksha is coming up with her crew. I am back to dance na Shiksha.
Acha tu dance.
Kuja hapo. Twende nyumbani.
Good night.